Educating kids in custody. It's on the record. Another question that we're often asked around here is, what does the court consider about the child's schooling in making a determination as to what the custodial arrangement for the child will be? One of the things that courts are very interested in is the child's attendance in school. If one parent has primary custody or has had a verbal agreement where they've had the child the majority of the time since the parties stopped living together and separated, and for whatever reason the child is not going to school on a regular basis or has excessive absences, the court is going to look very, very carefully at that parent as to whether that parent should maintain primary custody or be awarded primary custody or continue to have the majority of the time or even half the time with the child if the child is missing school. Another issue the courts look at is when the child is showing up, are they ready to learn? Are they bathed? Are they wearing clean clothes? Have they been fed? Are they falling asleep in class? Are they prepared? Do they have their homework? Do they have their notebooks? Do they have their book bags? All of that stuff the court is going to consider. And unfortunately, in some cases, the children don't really have a lot of any of those because of whatever's going on in the parent who is supposed to be getting them to school's home. And so the court is going to consider that. Is the child showing up at school from mom's house ready to learn, prepared to learn? Is the child showing up from school to dad's house prepared to learn, ready to learn? Is the child on time? The court considers tardies as well. And the court will look at the child's report card to see if they are making progress. If the child has been traditionally a C student, the child doesn't have to become an A student for one parent to look like they're doing a good job with the schooling. But the child needs to be passing. It needs to be turning in he or she's homework. It needs to be doing what it's supposed to do. The parents need to be in contact with the school if the child is struggling in school to work on what needs to be worked on. But if you're a parent and your child is showing up and is missing school or showing up late and is unprepared to learn and you're not in contact with the school as to what's going on, the court is going to look negatively on you for not getting in front of that. A child's education is one of the absolute most important things it can gain as a child. And if one parent or the other, for whatever reason, is not putting the child in its best situation to learn and be successful, then the court is going to have to consider that in the overall best interest of the child as to where the child should be during the week and during the school year the majority of the time.